All right, I'm working on dead circuit here, and I made a refrigerator that is animatable, and the two doors are independent from each other. They could be open and closed independently from each other. I have a little sphere mesh on this door just to that I was doing for an experiment. Okay, so I'm making this video to remind myself how to do this when I need to do it in the future. So I'm gonna quit the game and go over to Blender. And so what I did in Blender, this refrigerator is made of three objects, basically three cubes. So you go to solid, a little fancier than a cube. It's got some inset surfaces here. So there's the fridge body is one. This is just some reference art. So it's this fridge body, and this is basically a reshaping cube for the door and the fridge door and the freezer door. So it's three cubes. And then in the animation panel, what you need to do is click on the object you want to animate and drop down this. So I was trying to do four animations, an open and close animation, but in the process of doing this, I figured out that you can actually run an animation backwards. So I ended up with just open. So these closed animations, they have zero. The zero here means that there's nothing referencing them. So if we go to freezer open and we reset this, so the freezer open, both animations are playing at the same time right now, and this is Blender 5.2, by the way, 5.2.0. So both animations are playing at the same time, but when we get into Godot, it'll only do one at a time. So this action is called freezer open, and it's associated with the freezer door, and you can see in the scene collection over here that the freezer open is associated with the freezer door. The fridge door has one called, of course, fridge open. And so once you create these, they're gonna. So the way I have my screen set up here, I went to the animation setup, and it comes in with this window here, this window here, this window here, and I just peeled off a new window up here by getting up in this corner and dragging over, and I made this window the under animation, the nonlinear animation window. So once you make this window and you set up a action, it will show up here. So I'm gonna do one on this refrigerator because there's no action, and we'll just do something silly here. I'm gonna make. Oops, did not want to do that. I'm on the fridge object, and I'm gonna say new, and I'm gonna say bounce. So I made a bounce animation, and I am going to, in this window over here, I'm going to hit I to insert a keyframe. It inserts my keyframe. I'm going to go about halfway, and then I'm going to grab the Z, move this up a little bit, insert a keyframe, and then I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to Shift D, duplicate this keyframe, set it over here, and so now the fridge bounces. So that's a fridge bounce animation. And you can see up here, it showed up in the NLA under the fridge. So this button is called the push down action button. When you push that down, it remembers, I don't know what it's doing. It gets associated with that object, and it's now in the NLA. Okay, so once I do this, then I'm going to export this as a GLB, and I'm just going to do everything because I have that empty in there. I don't care if it gets exported. I say export glTF, but we're going to do the GLB, and I have it set up for a GLB, and I am not. limiting to selected objects. I'm just going to get everything. There's only one extra thing in here. If I didn't want this empty with the reference art, you could highlight all this stuff and then export the I'll just do that. Export selected items only. Under animations, I'm not sure what's important here, but I have animation mode actions, merge animation actions, shape key animations. I don't think I'm using shape keys. Sample animations, sample rate 1. Optimization has these two check marks: optimize animate size, force keeping channels as bones. And I already have one there. I'm going to overwrite it. And when I come over to Godot, it's going to re-import it. And when it imports, if you go in and you try to now use this in the game, it's not going to work. Or it's not going to work the way I wanted it to. So when I go to open the door, yeah, it opens and closes, but if I open this door, it closes this door, and vice versa. And so you get all this, they're interfering with each other. And so what's going on that I discovered is if you click on the animation player, so I've well, okay, so I'm gonna make a new scene, and I'm gonna say it's a 3D scene, and I'm gonna just drag my GLB into it. I think I have to do it here. I'm gonna bring it in, and there's my refrigerator. New inherited. This is not what I want to do. Oh, this is not what I want to do. Okay, what I want to do is if I double click on the refrigerator, you could see these animations. So the freezer door and our freezer open and fridge open, what I've done is I've said save to file, and I've gone in here and I've given it a file path, which is just an animation freezer open TRES, and for the fridge it's animation / fridge open.tres. And these resource files, basically what they're doing is they're saving out the animations outside of the import. And I don't know, I can't necessarily delete that, so I'm just going to say re-import. And so in my scene, how did I get this scene? How did I make this scene? I think what I did is I said new inherited scene, and then yeah, so here's where we get everything. New inherited scene, and then when I click on the animation player, I'm going to call this save as fridge to refrigerator 2. I'm going to save it in the animation here. Save. And in this scene, when I click on the animation player, you can see that it's got the fridge, the fridge freezer door, and the fridge door. And this is the bounce animation. So if I run this, the fridge bounces. If I change animations here to freezer open and run it, the freezer opens. If I change to fridge open, as soon as I change the fridge open, the freezer closed, and this opens. And if I change back to bounce, they'll all reset. So the issue is this animation, this bounce animation, it's animating the fridge, but it's also animating these two. And if you click on this node, it's a single node that says set your X, Y, and Z, and or this is actually setting the rotation, X, Y, and Z rotation, and that resets the rotation for the door. and the same thing for the other one. And so if you don't save out the in the import over here, if you don't save out these animations independently, what you're not going to be able to do is this, delete them. So I'm going to delete that. It's not letting me delete. I need to say I'm saved. Belongs to an imported scene. This is a new inherited scene. Let me try these ones. Delete. Oh, that let me delete it. And delete. I was able to delete there. Fridge open, delete. Delete. We got fridge open, fridge closed. The bounce one, it's not letting me delete these. I didn't save the bounce one out. So if I wanted to be able to delete those, what I need to do is go back to my importer, click on the bounce scene, and I need to save the file, and I need to choose a location. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to call it bounce .tres. Save, re-import. Now in my new inheritance scene, I should be able to delete these. Yes, I did. So now, when I run this animation, it bounces. If I run this one, the door opens. If I switch to this one, I think it's resetting. Wait, it came back because I re-imported. Yeah, delete, delete. Delete, delete. Run. Yeah, it stays open now. Run. All right, so they'll reset when you select them, and then the bounce will just bounce, and I should be able to bounce with the doors open. Bounce. Yeah. Okay. So I don't need the bounce animation for what I'm doing. Okay. And then the next thing that I did is in this scene, I wanted to be able to click on each door independently. And so what I did is, and I'm new to Godot, so I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I added a static body 3D. And I'm going to add a static body 3D here. And under that static body 3D, I'm going to create a collision shape. Collision shape 3D, and same thing here, create another collision shape. And these collision shapes, I am going to make it a box shape. And then I just aligned up my box with the door. And get it from the side. It's a little low. And this one over here, I'm going to make this one as well a box shape. All right, front view. All right, so now when you do freeze or open, And if I click on my collision shape, you can see my collision shape went with the door. This is going to do the fridge door. Okay, and they open to slightly different angles intentionally. And all right, and then I have in my code in my character body 3D. I have some code that when I click on the screen, the graticule, whatever the object is under it, will send an on-click message. So you just need to, in this static body 3D, I'm going to create a new script. I'm going to call it, I'll just call it static body 3D, create, and I'm going to call this on-click. And I can get rid of this. And I just need to put my animation player in here and say dot play. And my animation name, I'm gonna play freezer open. Oh, and let's see, I want to do, just for fun, I want to put a static body on the fridge too. That way we can make it bounce. Static body. And occlusion shape. And let's line up our collision shape with the fridge. Where is my, I gotta pick the box. Make this line up with our fridge. Back a little bit so we don't interfere with the doors. Okay, so now I have that collision shape, and basically I'm gonna copy all this code, and I'm gonna create a new script here. This one too, create, and this is going to be fridge open, and then I want to create. And I want to create a script here on this static body. I'll call this 3. And we'll call this one bounce. All right. Okay, so now we have refrigerator 2, and I'm going to go back to my game scene here. And I'm going to put it in the hallway. Let's put it over here. Where is it? Here's refrigerator 2. And we'll turn it around 180 degrees. Against the wall, and the doors are open. We go back to the refrigerator 2 scene. Save this. It should make them start closed. Yeah, they're closed now. All right. And so this is refrigerator 2, this is refrigerator 1, so they're different refrigerators, different scripts. Now what I didn't do, I didn't put in the close. I'll do that last. So let's try this out first. All right, so here is the original fridge. Still working fine. And here's the new fridge. Let's answer our cell phone. The new fridge is not working. I know why. Because in my scripts, I need to make them clickable. They need to be added to. If I open this one, I have a group called clickable, and if they're not in the clickable group, then the clicks don't, the on click doesn't get called. So that. So that. So that. And so all that the character body 3D is doing is there's a raycast is being generated from the center of the screen, and it's going out in whatever collider is returned. If a collider is returned, then it will check which group it's in, and if it's clickable, it calls the on click that's associated with that collider. And so if we go back to this guy now, we should be able to open. We won't be able to close yet. Oh, crash on click. My on click should take in takes in the shape that gets clicked on. So it needs to take in a shape, but we're not using it, so we can just make it an underscore shape so that it's ignored, and we need to put in each of these on click methods. All this stuff. Save. Fifth time's the charm. And it opens. And it opens. And bounce. Bounce is null. Play bounce. The animator. Bounce. It's there, but they bounce. 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 I don't know why. Don't know what's going on there. And I also noticed that it's orange, and I don't know what that means. Well, I'm not going to try to solve that right now, but let's make the doors close. So the way you make the doors close is make a variable is open equals false, because we're going to start with the doors close. I'm going to make this a bool is open false, and I'm going to say if not is, we'll just say if is open, then we'll do one thing, else we're going to do another thing. So if it is open, what we want to do is we want to play backwards. So the same, and we need to do the same thing in the up here. If is open, else. And this is going to be play backwards. And now our door should close, but we can't bounce. I don't know why, and I'm not going to try to solve it right now. What's going on? Okay, so we're playing forward. Oh, we forgot to set our is open. Is open equals false, and is open equals true. And do this in both scripts. So we need to change our state variable. All right. Open, close, open, open, close, close. All right, and bounce is crashing. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did. I made this video. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I don't really care. I made this video more for myself, to remind myself how I did this, for when I need to do it again in 3 months and I can't remember. All right, thanks for watching.